Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. You and I are going to do a TOEIC test together. Each lesson, we're going to do 5 questions from a TOEIC test, and I'm going to show you how to get the answer. Today we're going to be doing questions 101 to 105. Now, I'm going to go a little faster than usual because I want this lesson to be under 10 minutes. All right, let's get into question 101. First, let's simplify the statement. We don't care about the instructions or the instruction state. The main idea is applications need to be submitted blank May 31st. All right, so we need a preposition here, a word that can be followed by a noun. First, eliminate D, beforehand. Beforehand equals before that. For example, I had a soccer game at 3 p.m. Before the game, I had stretched. Well, I could also say I had a soccer game at 3 p.m. Beforehand, I had stretched. So beforehand equals before the game. Notice I do not have a noun directly after beforehand. It already means before noun. One more example. You will come to an interview on Tuesday. Before the interview, please fill out this form. Well, you will come to an interview on Tuesday. Beforehand, which equals before the interview, please fill out this form. Now, beforehand can go at the start of the sentence or the end. So I could also say, please fill out this form beforehand. Therefore, I cannot say beforehand May 31st. I would just say before May 31st. Next, eliminate prior. We are missing the word to. Prior to is the preposition that means before. Prior to is always followed by a noun form. So if I said I bought a coffee before I went to work, I could say I bought a coffee prior to going to work or prior to work, but I couldn't say prior to I went to work. I will not have subject verb after prior to. In this TOEIC question, there is no to. It just says prior. So that is not the answer. Now we have ahead and no later than. Well, eliminate ahead because you need ahead of noun. For example, he is ahead of the other runner in the race. Correct. Wrong, he is ahead the other runner in the race. So, if I say ahead of May 31st, that would be correct. But I'm not going to say ahead May 31st. So, the answer then, because of elimination, is A, no later than. No later than means by or before. For example, I will arrive by 10 p.m. So 10 p.m. is the latest. I will arrive no later than 10 p.m. You could also say no earlier than. So this is the earliest you will come. So I say I will not arrive before 8 p.m. So I will arrive no earlier than 8 p.m. Do not expect me at 7:59. All right, let's go to 102. Well, we see we will have to. After have to, I need a verb. So I just need to pick the verb. Now, words that end with my are usually adjectives or nouns. They are not usually verbs. So economy is incorrect. It ends with my, such as economy, anatomy, army. These are all nouns. Or if I use the adjective, yummy, slimy, gloomy. So, as you can see, these words are adjectives or nouns. Now, next we can eliminate D. AL words are usually, not always, but usually adjectives, such as special, physical, emotional, parental, spiritual. We could keep going on. So we know that economical is not a verb. We need a verb. IST words are often adjectives or nouns. And if we use it as a noun, it's usually a person who does it. For example, she is a dentist, cartoonist, machinist, terrorist, specialist. These are nouns. So IST words are not usually verbs. So what's the answer? B, economize. If you see the suffix ISE or IZE, and it's combined to a noun or an adjective, it usually means make it more of that. So I say, I want to make my house more modern. I want to modernize my house. Or AI will create or make or cause a revolution in healthcare. AI will revolutionize healthcare. Finally, I want to make the process more economical, so money saving. I want to economize the process. Therefore, the answer is B. Let's go to 103. To get this answer, you can use a little grammar, but it's mostly context and vocabulary. We need an adverb to describe snows. We are using snows as a verb here. So an adverb describes a verb, adjective, or adverb. Here's some examples. Here are some examples. He slowly walked. Slowly is describing the verb walked. She occasionally called me. Occasionally is describing called. Or she often was late for class. Those are adverbs. So first, eliminate unlikely. Why? Unlikely is not an adverb. It is an adjective. If I say, he unlikely will call you, this is incorrect because unlikely is not an adverb. You could say, it is unlikely that he will call you. You could say, him calling you is unlikely. Or you could say, he likely will not call you. But unlikely is not an adverb. Get rid of it. Okay, so now to get the answer, we're using context. Let's look at the situation. The storm was a big surprise. Why? Because it blank snows in that part of the country. Do you think it snows often? No. That's why it is a surprise. Which word means not often, uncommon? Yes, the answer is rarely. For example, I rarely watch movies. I don't watch movies often. So here, it rarely snows. That's why the storm was a surprise. So the answer is B. Let's look at 104. Grammar will not help you here. We need to use vocabulary and context. When grammar does not help you, try to get the basic idea of the sentence. Actually try to understand the full meaning. We are going to make it simpler. So, the idea is we searched a long time and finally found the blank equipment. Okay, so we were searching for it. Could we find the equipment for a long time? No. If you can't find something, it is missing. For example, there was a poster of a missing dog, so people couldn't find it. Fortunately, they found the missing dog. So we searched a long time for the equipment. Therefore, the equipment was missing. Finally, we found the missing equipment. So the answer is B. Final number, 105. Okay, let's start with basic grammar. A sentence that starts with if, subject, verb, comma, will need a subject plus verb in the second clause, 99% of the time. Here's an example. If the client does not respond to our request by tomorrow, I will send another email. So I will is subject verb. Or if I forgot his birthday, he would likely make me feel guilty about it. So he is my subject, make is my verb. How? However, if the statement says you should verb, you can remove you should and just keep the verb. This is called an imperative. It's kind of like an order. So it's a little more aggressive, a little more informal. Here's an example. Your teacher says, if you don't understand the grammar, you should look it up on the internet. Well, if you want to be more informal, the teacher might say, if you don't understand the grammar, look it up on the internet. You notice you should is gone. Here's another example. If you are sick, you should stay home. If you are sick, stay home. You should is gone. So notice we keep the base verb after. We're not going to say stays home because it's you should stay. We just take out you should. So finally, if you need any help filling out the forms, you should ask someone at the front desk. So ask someone at the front desk. Therefore, the answer is D. So this was faster than most of my lessons, but we're doing 5 questions and we're going to do 106 to 110 next lesson. We're doing a TOEIC test together. Please like, subscribe, share, and good luck with your English and TOEIC. Bye.